So my best friend and I was having a conversation that really triggered me in a positive way to do this video that I'm doing. Now, those of you that know me, y'all know that I'm really a high vibing person. Like, I love love. I'm really into having fun, peaceful, just laughter, happiness. Okay. And so I'm having this conversation with my best friend. And she sees the shit that I don't see. Because I think people don't understand, when you love life, when you have a love for everything, for life, for like you living your best life, your life is perfect. And I know for some of you that may be triggering because, well, this is why I'm doing the video, because I did not realize how many people don't believe that you could perfect your life. So I wanted to share this with you guys because it was really oblivious to me. Like, I had no idea how people can feel that you're lying about your perfected life, that you're lying about being happy. But I also didn't realize how many people are not happy with their life, and they're not, I'm not going to say what they're not going to do, what they're not doing. All I can say is that I just realized that there is a lot of fake and unhappy people. So when they're fake and they know they being fake, I didn't realize that they project that onto you, so they think you're being fake. But anyway, so my best friend noticed, like, when I'm high vibing and I'm speaking to people, she pays attention to people's facial expressions. And she just noticed how, and I wasn't noticing it because, like, I'm speaking, who would want to turn up their face because you're speaking and you are like high vibing, full of energy? But obviously to people that's a problem. And obviously people, I didn't realize that people, so many people can be problematic or just think, I don't know. But anyway, let me just dive into what I'm saying, what I want to say. She noticed it, and then she brought it back to my attention. And so I sat with what she was telling me, how the people that I would hug to say hi or hello, they would give us certain facial expressions, I guess because they didn't want either me speaking to them, hugging them, or whatever it was. And, I was telling her that I don't notice those things. Like, I just feel like, I guess when you're high vibing, you don't pay attention to low vibing shit. Like, you just don't. And so I sat with that. Like, I literally sat with that. And it made me think about how I've had encounters where someone literally told me, there's no way you could be that happy. There is no way your life could be perfect. And during that time, I was where I was, and it literally pissed me off. And it should not have, but it did. And it pissed me off in that moment. And I've outgrown that now. But it pissed me off in that moment because I felt like the person was discrediting all the fucking work that I put in on myself. All the time that I took. Like, I realized that people will see things about you but not know how you got there. So the assumption or the projection, like, a lot of people don't know. I've had a lot of sleepless nights. I've had a lot of days that I didn't want to be here. I had a season or seasons that I was depressed. I lived in depression for 2 years because I hated my life. I hated everything about my life. I hated people. I just hated being here. And for me to pull myself out of that hole, because I had to, because God said, what you gonna do? You gonna live in this depression, or you gonna rise up and allow yourself to believe? And so I put in a lot of work, not just with myself, into my marriage, into my children, like really allowing myself to be guided by divine source. Like, at some point, you're going to get tired of not listening to God, to source, to your higher self. Like, you're going to get tired. And it got to the point where I got tired because every time I wouldn't listen, shit would just fall apart. Or shit wasn't happening because I was not listening to my intuition. I was not listening to my discernment. I was not listening to the voice that was telling me to do certain things. But a part of me wasn't listening because I wasn't trusting. I wasn't trusting the voice. I wasn't trusting myself. I just wasn't trusting life in general. And at some point, I had to change my habits. I had to change the patterns. I had to change my behavior. I had to get out of the space of looking at everything from a negative standpoint. I had to stop complaining. I had to stop lying to myself, saying, oh, I'm good, lying like I'm happy and I'm not. And so I put in a lot of work. So if you see me, but here's what I also be looking at. I'm very consistent. I'm very consistent because when you make the changes, now my job now, I made the changes. Now I just have to manage the changes that I've made. And so I really did not know how your happiness can agitate, like living in your truth. I also realized that too, when you're being authentic, like people don't know how to, but I get it too, because people are accustomed to fakeness. People, we don't trust people. We don't trust, like, it's just a lot of things. And for me, I'm not in that space. I trust everything. I have an inner knowing that everything is working for my good. I don't see things as good or bad, right or wrong. I'm in a space now, the work that I've done allow me to see that just everything is. Also, I don't live in the past and I don't live in the future. I live in the present moment. So if something shows up, it's never negative for me. It's just a situation, it's a thing, and you handle it and you move on. Now, I am going through premenopause and having to deal with emotions that's just showing up, because I'm having these emotions show up and they're not attached to anything. And so I've been processing, like, where's these emotions? And I realize how we are suppressors, especially as women. We suppress, that even when you have let go. I didn't realize that I have emotions that's coming from my DNA, from my lineage, because the women prior to me suppressed, and if you think about collectively, women have been suppressed. So my body is still releasing these suppressed emotions, which is why I'm feeling them. And I'm like, why am I sad? My life is perfect. It's literally perfect. Consistently perfect. And it's like this sadness or depression would try to come up. So I just be asking, trying to understand what these emotions, but Spirit will always answer you. God will answer you. Okay. But I'm doing this video because I really did not realize how you can get dirty looks because you are a genuinely happy person, like when you perfect your life. And now that I've had the opportunity to observe it, not engage in it, but just observe it, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be me. And I realize when you're being authentic, you don't allow anything or anyone to change you. You keep being you. And so it did take me a minute to just keep being me, no matter what. Because immediately you hear stuff and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should but I have to be me. I don't know. I've been or tried to be something that I wasn't. And it just led me back. It led me into depression because that wasn't who I was. But now it has guided me and led me to the true, authentic me and perfecting my life. So another part of this message is I want you to know, when you're doing the work, you are absolutely stepping to perfecting your life. You are absolutely stepping to living your best life. Okay. And when I tell you, I've already shared with you guys that I've been depressed. I didn't want to be a mom. I didn't want to be a wife. I didn't want to be a daughter. I didn't want to be any of those things. And to know all I had to do was change how I was seeing life. Change how I felt about myself. Got out of victim mode. But because I've listened to so much negative shit about me as Yano, about me as a woman, about me as a black woman, about me as a black woman with a short haircut, the judgment. Like, I just realized, like, at some point, you got to rise above all of that. And I'm just learning now. I have learned too how to respect. Like, once I do see certain things, all you could do is respect it. So You can change how you move. Don't change who you are. Just change how you move. And I don't know who needed to hear this, but I just wanted to share that, because when you reach the other side, when you reach the heaven on earth, it is the most amazing thing ever. It is the most amazing thing. And you realize that we were meant to be here to experience heaven on earth. It's just, what are you doing to experience that heaven on earth?